Today we kind of just wanted to do like a random video.
That's me.
We wanted to share our favorite products, or
Yeah, so yeah, pretty much like favorite products. Like I want to say products, what, like items used for newborns 0 to 12 months, or so
For, like, the
newborns
first
and
year.
yeah, like babies before they become a toddler.
so the first year.
Yeah, so like just gonna be sharing like products or items that we find helpful during the first year of a baby's life.
Yeah, I mean, by this point we've had three babies, so I think we kind of know like the stuff that we bought for Lena, what we used for each kid, and then the stuff that we didn't use for each kid. So I think that we're just going to be like talking about like stuff that we've noticed that we've actually used for like each kid, or that we've found helpful with our lifestyle and our preferences.
Yeah, because I know we got a lot of stuff. Like for Lena, we had like what, 3 different seats, like 3 different like chairs for her to sit in. We had like multiple stuff for like the bathtub. There was just a ton of stuff that we had when it came to Lena. But then with Eden, we found ourselves only using like a select handful of things, and then with Ezzy, it was completely just what was absolutely required, and that's it, the bare minimum.
Yeah, I think for like each kid you kind of just like realize like the stuff that's just like extra, or that might be helpful for other people but not so helpful for you, and then as you have more kids you just like realize like what works for you. So we each came up with 3 things that we thought like we used the most, or that we found the most helpful.
Yeah, or just our favorite things altogether.
Favorite things. Yeah.
You want to go first, or you want me to?
You want to go one on one?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
I'll go first, and then you could go your next one. Eden, he came in with plates and cake.
Okay.
Okay, so my very first thing I think is the most important for like the...
Wait, should we do it by age?
Yeah, well, that's what I was about to do. Is like the most important thing for like when they're like super young, like newborns fresh out of the hospital, is because my thing is a Dockatot.
If you don't know what a Dockatot looks like, this is ours.
Yeah, is this the toddler one or is this a newborn one?
That's a newborn one.
Oh yeah, so it's pretty much just like it's kind of like a portable bed. Like it's good for like to lay them in. It's like soft, got cushion all over it. What's the matter? Okay, but the Dockatot has like, it's soft, has cushion all around it.
It's a lounger, so.
Yeah, I like it because it was like you could just literally like carry them. It has 2 like carriers on the side over here. So literally you could just like carry them, lay them down if they're sleeping, just pick them up and just move them to like the couch if you guys are on the couch. Because you know, when they're in that like super like fresh out of the hospital phase, you still want to like keep an eye on them, make sure like they're good and everything, they're okay, no problems.
These are meant to be a lounger, so like to be used supervised. They're not meant for them to like sleep in like throughout the night.
Yeah.
We may have used it for that, but it's not meant for that. So we do not recommend doing it. You do your own research, you choose what you want to choose.
Yeah.
But it also has like the rim around like the lounger part that the baby sleeps in, so the baby like always just feels like very like snug and like the baby's being held. That's why we didn't have a Dockatot for Lena, but we got it for Eden.
It was super helpful for Eden.
It was my splurge item. I know that Pete, once I told him, I was like, I ordered like a $300 something. He was like, what? It was how much? And then I think just like seeing like how well Eden slept in it, and then how well Ezzy like slept in it, it's a keeper. We would recommend it. It's definitely, I think there's like knockoff versions that are the same gist. I just went with the, you know, the name brand.
Yeah, they have some for like, I think like $110, not the $300 ones, but $110 ones. I haven't seen them, but I'm assuming they look the exact same thing. The only thing I would assume is different is the cushion.
Yeah.
But it's probably the exact same thing, no different at all.
I think like the Snuggle Me is like that brand that he's referring to, and I think there's like a few more brands off of like Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
yeah, but that's my one item. I like the Dockatot. Anybody who can afford to get it, and you know, you guys are about to have a baby, and this would be helpful if just for, you know, if you got to do stuff around the house, or if you just got to chill in and you want to sit down in the living room or watch TV or something. This is good for that.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Okay, my turn?
Yep.
All right, so mine, since we're already in front of it, would be the changing table. This changing table. Lena, put your foot down, please. This changing table, or a changing table. I know that there's like changing tables attached to pack and plays. Any of the sort, I find changing tables like one of the most helpful things. I remember when I was pregnant, there were so many people that were like, no, like changing tables are a waste of money. You just end up changing your baby everywhere. And there was a lot of people that said that. So I didn't think that we were gonna use it as much as we did, but I'm so happy we decided to get it because Lena literally pooped so much, and there's so many times that Lena would poop during changes, and I would have flipped if it was somewhere like on the couch or on the floor or anywhere that people would like change their kids. So like it was helpful because like when it would happen on this, you can just take off the changing pad cover, wash it, and then no damage done. That's it.
Yeah.
If that was on your bed, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then it's, I don't know, I think it was because like most people were like, just get one of those mats. Well, we have one too, like the portable mats.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know, for this, I agree. The changing table is like super convenient just because it's like, it's one designated area
for the mess.
For the changing of the diapers.
Yeah.
We do change, like with Ezzy now, we barely use, well actually I just started using the changing table a lot. But before, with Eden and with Lena, it used to be strictly the changing table. Ezzy, we kind of change him on our bed now more because we're kind of like super fast at changing diapers. So.
Not even that, it's just because the changing table's in here.
Yeah, that too.
Ezzy is like the first one that we've kind of had like a taste of like how special a changing table is, because the changing table is in Lena and Eden's room. We never moved it to our room because we still use it for Lena. I mean, her legs like hang over, but it's still like the same concept. Like it's good to have like somewhere to change her. Same thing with Eden. And then since the changing table's in here, we changed Ezzy on the bed, but there's only been, I think there's been like, okay, when Ezzy was younger, like a baby, he peed a few times, because I remember there was like always like times where we're like, we gotta wash the yeah, but recently it happened again, and it's just,
yeah, it could be a mess. That's just our preference. I think it's
personal preference. We found it very, very helpful. I would recommend.
Plus, like, we have the whole setup. So it's like, you know, we have these bins for diapers, wipes at the bottom, a wipe warmer, wipe dispenser right here.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the whole setup for us is just perfect, and it goes with the room and everything.
Yeah, I mean.
But it's definitely not required. You don't need a changing table at all.
None of the stuff that we're saying is required. I mean, we're well aware our parents probably raised us without any of them. So it's just stuff that we found really helpful and fits our lifestyle, and that we've used for all 3 kids. But
next thing.
Oh wait, I wanted to add, you could literally, instead of like a changing table, like I said in the beginning, like there's little changing tables that you can connect to the pack and plays, I think. Just something as simple as that, I feel like would be just as helpful.
Yeah. Alright, the next thing I got, this is for kind of when they get a little bit, I would say what, 3 to 4 months, or 3 to like 6 months range, would be a chair like this. Not a chair, so like the typical one you guys would probably see is like the ones that are like incline chairs or decline chairs, you know what I mean? Like the ones that they sit in and they're kind of just like laid back,
like a rocker. Like,
yeah, where it can like rock back and forth.
Yeah.
Those ones are good, but I like this one better. Like the ones that had them sit straight up.
The
like
rockers
this.
for like when they're like younger, but this I'd recommend like once they have head control.
Oh yeah.
Putting them in that.
Like as soon as, even if like their face is like flat on this, like if their head control is not all the way there yet, allowing them to work on like strengthening the neck and like build up their head control. I like these ones better because I think that they you know, they're more like upright, and then it's helping them like with their neck muscles and their back muscles and everything, and then they get to see around more. Like they can actually like work on like moving their head on a swivel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the reclining chairs too. I think those ones are nice, but I prefer these ones.
The reclining chairs are nice, like while they're like babies, you know, to soothe them and just like when they're not really active. These are better for like once they're active, once they can look around, once.
Yeah, I'd say like 3 to 5 months, 3 to 4 to 5 months probably is the best.
Yeah.
Because once they turn like 6, 7 months, they're not gonna want to be in a chair at all. Maybe like a bouncer. That's it.
Yeah. That is, I believe, I don't know like the actual name for it, but it's Fisher Price, and I think literally you could just Google or look up on Amazon like Fisher Price chair.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But that was a basic one. That's just one of my favorite ones.
That's one of his favorite ones.
What's your next one?
Lena, are you listening? Look at mommy. Don't put that in your mouth. She's smart. She goes in a house where I can't see her and puts it in your mouth. Okay, this is also for like the next one is also for like the newborn kind of. I would recommend like newborn to actually, it's just carriers. I would highly recommend carriers, especially having multiple kids. Like if we brought the stroller around for whenever we were out in public, like we have a double stroller and then we have a single stroller. If we had to bring the double stroller and the single stroller everywhere, I'd lose my mind. We have 2 carriers. This one is like the baby Catan. I'm not really sure like how
it's just a wrap.
It's just like a black wrap, and I recommend wraps for like when they're like 0 to 3 months, when they're a lot smaller, when they're a lot snug, because it's just they're tighter against your chest, they like sleep easier, they just feel like they're like being cradled. And then I have another carrier that's in the car, so bear with me. It's a Ergo baby, and it's just like one of their carriers that's like, you know, the typical like strap carrier, and I find that like more helpful or useful for once they're like a little bit bigger, they want to look around and all that stuff. But I highly recommend carriers just because like you're not having to lug a stroller around everywhere.
Yeah, I know, that's the worst part about having kids, is having to like pull out the stroller, prop it up, put the kids in the stroller, and then like push the stroller around, maneuver around stores or people, and then try to like, you can't go upstairs, so you gotta find ramps or elevators. But like a carrier is like literally like, it's so easy. And this carrier I never was a fan of because it's kind of like difficult to put on. But the other one, the Ergo baby one, I like that one because it's like super like sturdy and like has
it's strapped, so it's like you just put it on like backpack and then it clips in the back. This one, he always gets confused with this one because it's like you have to put it on like this. You put this arm through here, put this arm through here. Where's your baby, Lena?
I put it up in the closet.
Oh, you bubby sloth. Eden sloth, okay. And then, here, let me sit up. And then you just go like that. Baby's right here and snug. And then you just put this part over. And there. Like, the baby's all snug. The baby is literally tucked away. So that's why I said it's for like newborns. The newborn stage where all they want to do is sleep and just be cuddled. If I tried putting Ezzy in this now, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Not only would he burst the seams of this wrap, but he would just be like trying, he would be, okay Lena, hold on baby. He would just be trying to like fight his way out of it, so.
Yeah, that one's good.
But I would highly recommend it. I mean, outings are so much less, they're so much less daunting when you don't have to worry about like lugging something around. Hold on, Lena. Come here, baby. Come on. Come over here. Come over here.
Yeah, okay, so I'll do my last one. So the last one for me, hold on, let me see. You can have it in a second. Okay, so my last one is something that I find easy because if you're like me, then, and you always have like something going on, then I like having everything planned out. So I chose a formula dispenser because like, you know, like you don't pre-make the bottles. I don't think anybody pre-makes the bottles. A formula?
There is contraptions that some people use.
Oh, well, unless you have that, that's probably a lot easier.
You have to keep it in the fridge though, and not everybody. Not
but
everybody has.
for the people who make their bottles every single time, I personally like filling the bottle with water, like maybe like 2 or 3 of them, and then putting them on the counter, and then having the formula dispenser filled up with however many ounces, 4, 7, 6, whatever it is, and then that way, like if I'm busy working or something, and then like, oh, as he's hungry, I'll just walk over, put it in, and then the bottle's already ready. Like, even though it only cuts like a minute out of the time, for me that's helpful, because for, you know, for people who are always busy or doing stuff, it helps mitigate like the process.
He is literally all about efficiency. So like when it was just me home with the kids, I literally, that was not even, I only used the formula dispenser for outings, and that's when I found it helpful. But since Pete's been home, he's also like done it at night. So he's like brought the formula dispenser in our room with like the pre-made, like, well, the pre-made bottle is like filled with water, so that we don't have to like leave the room during the night. And I thought that was super helpful. I never thought of that. That's if you're, of course, like formula feeding or supplementing. Breastfeeding is a completely different story.
Yeah.
But that kind of leads in to my next product, a chair, like a rocker chair or like a glider, like just a rocking chair. I exclusively breastfed Lena for, I think, like 7 months. Yeah, I exclusively breastfed Lena for 7 months, and during those 7 months I absolutely lived in that chair. I fed every single feeding was in that chair. I literally slept in that chair. Like, I found it so helpful because, you know, like when you're breastfeeding, you're literally breastfeeding like on demand every 2 hours throughout the night, everything. And it kind of just, sitting up in bed, like it was too straight up, so like it just felt like weird, like I couldn't position myself in a comfortable position or get her in a comfortable position. So being able to get in like a chair, get cozy, and then be able to feed her, even bottle feeding though, like that's originally why I got the chair. But Eden and Ezzy were a little bit more bottle fed than Lena, so even just like having just like that designated place to just sit down and feed them in a comfortable position, rock them to sleep. Yeah. It sounds like it's super extra, but we've utilized it so much.
Yeah, no, I kind of look at it like, if it's like, since you have to feed them, like there's no getting around feeding them multiple times a day, every single day. So being comfortable while you do it, you know, you might as well be comfortable while you're feeding. Like even for me, like I usually like have to like prop my leg up, that way I can like rest my arm on my leg as I'm like feeding them with like the head on my elbow. On the chair it's so much easier because I could just use the armrest to prop my arm up, and then I just sit there like this. So it's so much easier. It's so much more comfortable too. My back doesn't start hurting or anything.
Yeah, it's really comfortable. I mean, he did make a good point, like if you're breastfeeding or bottle feeding, you're spending like how many hours a day towards that specific thing. You might as well be comfortable, both you and the baby. So we've used it. Lena and Eden just use it to sit down and play in. Any like rocking chair, I don't know. I would highly recommend investing in one. That was something that we invested in when we had Lena. Oh my goodness. Eden's a little fussy.
Yeah, he had a short nap, and then
Did he?
He's been all over the place since then.
He kind of is like not knowing what he wants.
Yeah.
He's just crying because like he wants this, but then he kind of wants that.
Yeah, he's frustrated. But yeah, those are our top 3 things each of what we like, what our favorite things were for 0 to 12 month olds. Obviously there's like a whole nother category for once they start like walking and crawling and they're toddlers. These are just for like the babies.
This is also stuff that we could have like, that we thought of off the top of our head. So I'm sure like a day from now, a week from now, we're probably gonna think of something that we're like, oh, that was like super helpful.
Yeah.
A nightlight, for example. A nightlight. Yeah. But yeah. That's just the Rumor 6 the rumor 6, the top 6 things that the rumors have used for all 3 babies.
Maybe maybe in the next video or something like that, we'll do something for Eden's age, so like 1 to 18 months to like maybe 1 to 2-year-old. So and like, then we'll do something for Lena, so like actual toddlers, like. So
like the 1st year, the 2nd year, and the 3rd year.
Yeah.
So this would be like the 1st year. If we make it a series, we could do the 2nd year, which is what he's in.
And then 3rd year.
And then 3rd year, Lena. She's going into her 4th year though.
She's turning 3 in like, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2-3 weeks. We gotta make a video of, we gotta make like a day in the life video of like 3 under 3 while she's still under 3.
I know, while we still have 3 under 3.
Yeah, I know. She's gonna be 3. That's crazy, time flies. But anyway.
This was a long video. Sorry for the long video, everybody.
No, we're not sorry. I hope you guys enjoyed spending time with us. We had fun just coming up with like a casual, just sharing our opinions, sharing stuff that hopefully you guys found useful.
Yeah, if there's any first-time parents out there that get a chance to watch this, you don't need those things, but they'll definitely make your life with your baby a lot more easier.
Yeah, if you are in the position to be able to splurge on a few items or just, you know, get a few extra things and you have time, just get it. Just try it out, see if it works for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
Alright guys, say bye.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Comment down below if you would like more information or more videos like this. If
you would want links for the exact stuff we have, we could do that.
I think I can include links in the description, so I'll try to do that. But that is it.
Okay.
See you guys next time.
Rumors out.
Rah. 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 Rah.